Hello everyone. In this video, I am going to talk about software MeshSafe. MeshSafe is developed by Luban team, but it is a different piece of software from Luban. Let's take a look at the website of MeshSafe. You actually go to luban.com, luban3d.com, and that's the main page of Luban. There is a menu called MeshSafe, and it contains the basic information of MeshSafe software. It is a standalone program developed by Luban team to help 3D artists, designers, and modelers to track their 3D models. MeshSafe will put an invisible signature or a mark on the model so that in future the 3D artist can track which client leaks the model to the public. You can download MeshSafe from OneDrive or Google Drive. If I click OneDrive, you will see several folders. There's a README file, Macintosh 64. When you enter this, you have two files. If you are using Mac OS 10, then this is the install file to download. If you are using Mac OS 11 or later, this is the one to download. So this one can run on Mac OS 11, 12, 13, 14, etc. If you use Windows, we have Windows 32 and 64-bit available. Whenever possible, I would recommend you to use 64-bit because mesh processing is very resource demanding. We have meshsafe.exe. You can directly download this file and run MeshSafe. These two are language packages. ZH is for Chinese and SK is for Slovakia, if I'm not wrong. But if you're using English version, then you don't have to download the language packages. The last executable is called MSCMD. It's a command line interface of MeshSafe. Very few users use this option, but if you are interested to run command line of MeshSafe on a server to batch process STL files, you may contact me. I will provide more details. In this video, we are only going to talk about the MeshSafe exe, which has a GUI. And lastly, and most importantly, the folder of DOC contains documents of MeshSafe. MeshSafe Introduction French is translated by my friend Arthur. The English version is here, MeshSafe Introduction. This is the main document that you should refer to. MeshSafe Lock describes an advanced feature of MeshSafe. I may talk about this in another video. In this video, we will only talk about functions that's described in MeshSafe Introduction. The Google Drive contains the same piece of information. MeshSafe license is similar to Luban license. We have a trial license, free trial license, free available for 6 months. Then we have 1 year and permanent license options. And when you buy 1 year license, your payment are accumulated. When the total payment reach the price of a permanent license, your license will be converted to permanent. Okay, so this information can be retrieved on our website and you can take a look later. I am going to talk about how to use MeshSafe. Open MeshSafe, you see a simple interface. The first thing is to load a model. Just click open. These are the toolbar icons corresponding to menus. Under the file menu, we have Open Mesh, Ctrl O, which is this icon. Then Sign, Scan, Signature, so on and so forth. Under the batch menu, we have two very useful functions for batch processing. Under the view menu, these are basically rendering functions to help you align the axis and to help you to view the signature. And lastly, the help. When you click help about, you will get your computer license ID. And this is the ID that I need to issue a license to you. Okay, first, how do we put a signature on a model? We click File, Open Mesh, or the Open File icon. Go to a folder that contains many different models. That I have a cow model, which is available on the internet. It is a low polygon, simple model. I want to put a signature, invisible signature on the model. I need to use psi or fire psi, basically the same thing. Psi. Then I can enter a signature. The signature is any letters or text, any letters or numbers, but I recommend not to put something that's too long. If you put something like this would be too long, and the algorithm may not find enough space to put on the model. So let's try something simple. P space Alice, etc. P space ALA, let's say. And there is a space. The space is optional, of course. Click OK. Then you will see a dialog box asking you what kind of file output, file name do you want? Do you want the original name? If yes, you just input 1 here. If you want the original name with an index number, you put 2. That's it. And this option will be useful if you are doing batch processing. Currently, we only have 1 file, so this option doesn't make a lot of sense. The third option is original name plus the signature. If you put 3, the generated side model will be cow underscore and our signature, which is P space ALA. And the last option is original name plus any text. If you choose 4, like for hello, if you just type for hello as shown in the example, then your output name, file name will be cow underscore hello. Let's do for hello. Click OK. And then save it. So we selected our model from the mesh folder. I recommend you not to put the output folder as the input folder. You select something else, just in case you accidentally overwrite the original model. I'll put it on the desktop. The processing time. Processing is quick, and we get an output model, cow underscore hello, as expected. Where is the signature? You have to rotate and look for it. Okay, instead of putting a space, MeshSafe will automatically convert all the space in your signature to a new line symbol. So it will become P and the second line Alice, ALA, PALA. Okay, this is the signature generated. If you do not use space, your PALA, then everything will be on the same line. As you rotate and view the model, you will see something that is flashing on the surface. Please ignore them. This is just how the technology works. And also, you might have already noticed that the signature can only be viewed perfectly from one angle. It could be perpendicular to the z-axis, y-axis, or x-axis, sometimes like this. Which axis is determined by the algorithm. The algorithm usually puts it perpendicular to the 2D plane that has the largest area, so it can nicely put the signature. X-axis no good, y-axis yes, and z-axis the area is not that big. So in this case, the algorithm decides to put the signature like this. So for now, we have two STL files. The first STL file is the original STL. In MeshSafe terminology, we call this master STL. Do not remove the master. At any time, you should keep the master STL. Then the second STL generated is the side STL. And this is the terminology that is used in MeshSafe Introduction document. And on my computer, I can quickly show you the document. Recall that this is the file that we saw on the OneDrive. It talks about background, MeshSafe, highlights, etc. Side, you have a master model, and you have a side model, so on and so forth. I will not go through the content of this document, but I just want to show you, if you want to refer to the terminology, you can look at this. For now, checking the video and look at how I process the model is enough. So this is done, and you can send this file to your client and say you are a 3D artist. You send this file to a client. I'm going to close the content of the window. And of course, when you send to the client, it's a better idea to put it like this. Call MeshSafe. You send this to your client and you are telling him this is side, it's protected, so on and so forth. It's not necessary. The advantage of MeshSafe is the signature is not visible. Let's see. You can open the STL in any 3D software, and your client will see this. Absolutely nothing about the signature. He will see nothing of the signature. He will only see the exact same model as your master STL. In my opinion, it is a better idea to put the file name as this, your original file name plus MeshSafe, because this would be telling your client that this is side by MeshSafe. You want to make it more like a secret, you can just name it as cow. Okay, so that's the file he gets, and he will have no idea that this is already side by the MeshSafe software. Okay. Then the next question is, how do you check your signature and how do you track your signature? One day you find that this STL, your design that you spent many hours of effort putting into the design, is leaked on the internet. And you recall that you've sent the STL to 10 clients. Which one leaked your design? MeshSafe can help you to find it. This is the file, leaked file. You download it from the internet. You call this cow leaked. And obviously, if you just use any 3D software to open, you won't be able to see the signature. Same with any other user that downloaded this software, downloaded this STL. However, what you have and they do not have is the master STL. In order to view the signature, you can go to File, Scan Signature, go to this function. When you click this function, it will ask you to select the master mesh data, which is only available to you. You have not sent the master file to anyone else. And the master STL of this example is the cow STL in the mesh folder. Click open. Then immediately you need to input select side mesh. In another name, it is our leaked mesh. Click open. MeshSafe will try to scan the signature for you, and you will see, PALA, this guy leaked my signature, leaked my model. When I sell him the model, I told him it is only for him. He cannot share the model publicly, but now I found that he has leaked the model. 10 clients bought the model, and this particular guy leaked the model, so you can kick him out of your client list. That is a complete process of how to sign and how to scan the signature from your standpoint, from your author standpoint. From the user standpoint, he only gets one STL from you. He has no idea that this is signed by MeshSafe. And even when he knows that this file is signed by MeshSafe, the signature is terribly difficult to be removed by the user. So that completes the first part of this video. Now I'm going to talk about the second part of this video. Let's say you are a very productive modeler. You have designed a model that has many parts. You have designed a model of a man body. I just named it cow and duck because this is what it is. And you have also designed arm. You saved in a separate folder. And maybe you have designed a leg. Create a folder. You have designed a leg and you put some leg STL here in the folder. I won't give into more details, more examples, but I'm just going to delete this folder. So you basically have a folder structure. The main folder is the model, and under the model you have some STL directly under the folder, and you have some subfolder under this folder as well, all describing different parts of your whole model. You are faced with two questions. First, how do I automatically sign all these models with the same signature, because you want to send the whole package to a client? Your second question is, you have 50 to 100 clients. You have many clients that are going to receive the model, purchase from you and receive the model. Can you automate the signing process so that each client gets a package of separately signed models? For Peter, Alice, and Tom, Peter's model are signed with a code, Peter. Alice's model are signed with another code, Alice, and Tom's model are signed with Tom. When any of them leaked one file, even just one file on the internet, when you retrieve the leaked file, you can find out which one of these three guys have leaked your model. That is our discussion of the second part of the video, batch processing. To begin with, we need to sign on many STLs under a folder structure. So we click Load Folder, Batch Load Folder. The folder structure is the model. Double click and select folder. Don't enter the ARM. If you enter the ARM, then the folder structure will start from the ARM. It will ignore everything that is in the model because the model also has some files here. Select folder. And then you select all supported files. Okay. And there are 4 files, 2 under the folder and 2 under the ARMS folder. You can press keyboard left, top, right, bottom, these 4 keys to browse these 4 files. So I'm pressing down. The first model is the elephant, down is the heart, down is the cow, then is the duck. Duck, cow, heart, and elephant. Just now I was using up and down. If you use left and right, you get the same effect. And these files corresponds to elephant heart, and then cow and duck. Just imagine these are 4 part STLs of your whole model. Now we want to sign. Read signature from a text file. Once you click batch sign, not file sign, batch sign, you will be given 2 options. The first option is you click yes. You will read signatures from a text file. If you choose no, generate random signatures, I'm going to choose no. Then it asks me to enter the number of signatures that I want to generate and the number of letters in each signature. If I enter 10-3, that means I will generate 10 signatures. Each signature is applied to all STLs. And each signature will only have 3 letters. Okay. I don't need 10. To give you the example, I just want maybe 4 signatures. And I click OK. Each signature 3 letters. Sometimes you want more. Sometimes you just want 3. 3 is enough. Again, you will be asked to select how the file name, output file name look. In this case, I prefer to only use 1, the original name, because I'm going to save it to a separate folder. Click OK. I'm asked to export, select an export folder. I'll set new folder, save to the new folder, select folder. Do you want to create a zip file? So this is basically an option suggested by a user. He said for each folder structure, I want to automatically create a zip file so that I can send the zip to a client. Imagine if there is no such a zipping function. If you have 100 clients, then you need to manually zip 100 folders. So it's tedious. In this example, I will select yes, automatically create zip files. This will process the data, and it is going to be a little time consuming because we are applying each signature to 4 STL. Okay, it is done. When it is done, the window will be showing probably the last STL, if I remember correctly. You can press the home key on your keyboard to go to the first file. Okay? And you can also check the export folder. The export folder now has 4 folders. Each 4 folder retains the exact folder structure as the original model folder. It will have 2 files here and a subfolder called ARM and 2 files there as well. The 4 files are already signed with the signature FAE. Similarly, ICKSINXEJ. And these 4 folders, each is zipped into a zip file. So you can send the zip file to your client. In addition, a text file is generated to list down the signature, to list down the signature it automatically generates. For example, you can put Peter. I send this to Peter. I send this to Alice. And I send this to Tom. Then I send this to Candy. You can put a name after this or their email to tell yourself which client you send it to. So in future, whichever client leaked whichever STL, you can get the leaked file, compare with your master STL, check which signature it belongs to, and nail down to the person that leaked the file. Don't save. Okay, this is the process of batch processing. Okay. And similarly, you can press up and down, left and right to browse these files. So this guy is FAE. FAE on the heart, FAE on the cow, FAE on the duck, FAE. Okay. Then after that is ICK on the elephant, ICK on the heart, ICK on the cow, so on and so forth. I'm going to close. Some users ask, is there a batch scan function? There is no, because I don't think it is necessary. It is going to take a long time to do batch scan. If you find a set of files that is leaked by your client and you want to find out who leaked it, click file scan and just select a leaked file. This is the side file. Oh, wait, cancel. You need to click file scan signature, select master STL. So you select, I will use the duck as an example, master STL duck, then side signature, side mesh. Maybe let's use another folder. Let's say XEG duck, open. There it is, XEG. One comment about the signing function and the scanning function. The scanning function is not 100% robust. Sometimes it couldn't scan the signature if the leaked STL, if the side STL is slightly modified by the user. Let's say the client figured that you might have signed your models with MeshSafe or some other software. So he applied certain changes to the polygons, to the triangles of your mesh to try to messing around. And after he messing around, there are two possibilities. One is the scan signature function will take a long time to process and produce a signature not as clear as this one. It will contain many artifacts. However, you can still discern that the text is XEG. You can still recognize the signature. Then it's all perfect. It only means the scan function still works. It just doesn't work perfectly because the side STL is modified. Another possibility is that the scan signature function will produce a warning telling you no signature can be found. In this case, you should contact me. You should contact me at meshsafe3d.gmail. No? Okay. Let's go to Google Drive. I just want to show you where the email is. Introduction. You should contact me at this email address. MeshSafe. Stupid. MeshSafe3d@gmail.com. You need to contact me at this email address because I know that the automatic scan algorithm is not 100% robust. I have manual way to retrieve the signature if the leaked STL is modified. and you can send me the leaked file and the master STL, and I will help you to process it manually and tell you what the signature is. Okay, this is a safety switch. If it doesn't do it automatically, send it to me. I do it manually. Last but not the least, let us try the batch function again. Batch load. Model, select the folder, everything. I will sign batch sign. In this case, I will read signature from a text file. So this is text file I'm going to prepare. Peter, you can put any text. Alice, Tom. For simplicity, I put the name of our clients. Then save to the desktop. I will select yes, read the signature from a text file. And I'm going to select option 2, index file. Okay. Then I will create a folder, side, select folder, export folder. And then do we want to create a zip file? I just showed you how it works. So in this case, no, I don't want zip file. Okay, it is done. Press the home key. The first is Peter on the elephant, Peter on the heart, Peter on the cow, and Peter on the duck. After Peter, I suppose it is Alice. This would be Alice. Alice, 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 and then Tom, 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 Tom. Okay. Close this. Go to the export folder. Alice, then all the folder structure is the same. The index refers to Alice is the second client. Okay, that's 2. Then Peter is our first client. Everything is 1. Tom is our third client. Tom. And when you open this STL in the site STL, in any 3D software, such as 3D Builder, this is what you get. Import folder. This is what you get. Absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing on this folder tells you this is side. It's crystal clear for the client. He has no clue that you have put a signature on the model. That is all for this video. Thank you for your attention.